Here are the 8 most incredible bird nests in the world. When you think of bird nests, the image that probably comes to mind is a bunch of twigs thrown together haphazardly, right? Forget those simple, round, monochromatic nests. Today, we're talking about true mansions of the bird world. Nests so amazing you'll start to wonder if some birds might secretly have engineering degrees. Some of these nests are so impressive, they could make architects reconsider their careers. Montezuma oropendola. This bird, found in the tropical forests of Central and South America, is nature's ultimate hanging architect. Its nests aren't just ordinary bird nests. They're luxurious aerial pouches swaying in the wind like designer handbags in the avian world. And the size? These nests can reach up to 2 meters in length. Yes, you read that right. Can you imagine the effort it takes to suspend such a structure high up in a tree? And not just any tree, they choose the tallest, most isolated ones, because of course, safety comes first. After all, no one wants to be ambushed by a predator with a fear of heights. But the extravagance doesn't stop there. Montezuma oropendolas build their lavish maternity pouches in colonies, creating a true treetop community. Each alpha male is responsible for protecting his harem, yes, harem, of females and their respective nests. He's like a condo manager who, besides keeping an eye on things, puts on a show with his deep and spectacular calls. If you think you've seen a well-organized neighborhood, wait until you see theirs. And the genius part? These hanging nests are practically predator-proof. Snakes and monkeys look up, assess the risk, and think, maybe not worth it. It's as if the Montezuma oropendola is saying, want to catch me? Better have some pro-level climbing skills, my friend. Eurasian penduline tit. The Eurasian penduline tit is the perfectionist bird that turns the concept of building a home into a true lesson in suspended architecture. This small feathered genius, found in Europe and Asia, constructs nests that look like they belong in an eco-friendly design fair, crafted with such meticulous detail that any artisan would blush. Let's talk about the nest. It hangs from the tips of branches, usually above water, and resembles a fuzzy pouch made of wool. But unlike designer bags, this one is entirely handcrafted, or rather, beak-crafted. The penduline tit collects plant fibers, animal hair, and even spider silk, weaving everything together with such skill that the result is a structure as sturdy as it is cozy. The most remarkable part is the ingenuity of the design. The nest features a false entrance. Yes, you read that right. This extra entryway is meant to confuse predators like snakes and other intruders who think they can invade the bird's home. The real entrance is so well camouflaged, it feels like a magic trick. Can someone give this bird an architecture award already? Now, for the drama. The male is usually responsible for starting the nest-building process, but he doesn't always finish the job. He's often too busy trying to impress multiple females at once. Yes, he's the classic bird who starts ambitious projects, but either delegates or abandons them halfway through because, well, priorities. More often than not, it's the female who finishes the work, ensuring there's a proper home for the chicks. And there's more. The Eurasian penduline tit doesn't settle for just one nest. He might build several simultaneously, trying to charm as many females as he can. It's like he's saying, look at all the properties I've got on the market. You can't deny this bird knows a thing or two about real estate marketing. Sociable weaver. If the sociable weaver were human, it would undoubtedly be that award-winning architect known for extravagant projects that critics can't stop praising. This little bird, found in southern Africa, doesn't just build a nest. It creates a luxurious aerial condominium that would leave any engineer speechless. Picture this. It constructs a structure that can weigh over a ton, house hundreds of birds, and last for decades. Yes, you read that right. And the most amazing part? This nest has a natural thermal system. keeping the upper levels warm at night and the lower levels cool during the day. Not even the most modern air conditioner can compete with that. And the design? Suspended from sturdy trees, the nest looks like a massive multi-room cabin. Each apartment is connected to an ultra-narrow entrance, strategically designed to keep predators like snakes at bay. If one tries to break in, good luck finding the right door in this labyrinth. And teamwork? Sociable weavers are like the startup of the bird world. Everyone pitches in with twigs, grass, and plenty of hard labor. The result? A permanent Airbnb for birds. Meanwhile, here we are, building houses that need renovations every 2 years. Australian brush turkey. The Australian brush turkey is the civil engineer of the bird world. Forget hanging nests or delicate twig webs. This bird is a true earthworks expert, taking nest building to a whole new ground level. What does it do? It constructs massive mounds of soil and organic matter that can weigh hundreds of kilograms. These mounds aren't just piles of leaves and sand thrown together haphazardly. The brush turkey meticulously plans everything, transforming the nest into a natural incubator that would impress any scientist. Its secret lies in temperature control. Using leaves, twigs, and other organic materials, the decomposing matter generates heat, acting as a large natural compost heap. Ever the attentive parent, the brush turkey constantly adjusts the amount of sand and leaves to maintain the perfect temperature of 33 degrees Celsius. No modern thermostat could do a better job. And the work doesn't stop there. The male diligently monitors the mound like a tireless caretaker, opening and closing its lid to ensure the eggs remain comfortable. And he does this every single day for about 9 months. Who would have thought a bird could show more dedication to its project than many people do to their own homes? When the chicks finally hatch, it's a straightforward process. They dig their way out of the mound, and as soon as they emerge, they're ready to face the world. No doting parents or hand-feeding here. They're born independent because, let's face it, after all the effort from their father, the least these chicks can do is figure things out on their own. Satin bowerbird. The satin bowerbird, Patilonorhynchus violaceus, is the Don Juan of Australia's forests. While other birds focus on building functional nests, this one takes a completely different approach. It creates an art gallery to win hearts. And no, it's not for laying eggs or raising chicks. It's purely to impress the females. Yes, he's the king of romantic marketing in the bird kingdom. The male satin bowerbird constructs a structure called a bower, essentially a tunnel of carefully aligned twigs. But that's just the beginning. He transforms the space into a kind of showroom, decorating it with colorful objects. His favorite color? Blue. So, he collects everything he can find: flowers, feathers, fruits, bottle caps, pens, and even bits of plastic in modern times. And it's not just random decoration. He arranges everything by shade, creating a display that would make any interior designer jealous. But the satin bowerbird doesn't stop there. He's also a true performance artist. When a female arrives to inspect his studio, he dances around the bower, showing off his iridescent feathers that shimmer like satin in the light, hence the name. And yes, he sings too. Or rather, he mimics sounds ranging from the songs of other birds to mechanical noises, just to show off his vocal repertoire. The most impressive part? He adapts his decor based on the female's reaction. If she doesn't seem impressed, he rearranges the objects or adds more items. This bird knows that presentation is everything when it comes to winning a mate. Tailor bird. If there were an award for best designer in the animal kingdom, this little bird from Asia would be the top contender. The tailor bird doesn't just build an ordinary nest, it literally sews leaves together with surgical precision to create the most stylish cradle in nature. Let's talk about the technique. The tailor bird takes large leaves and uses its beak like a needle. It punctures the edges of the leaves and threads them with plant fibers, spider silk, or even human hair. Yes, it's resourceful when it comes to stitching. It's like this bird has a degree in textile design. The result is a super strong and discreet leafy pouch, protecting the eggs from predators and harsh weather. And what's even more impressive, the stitching is so precise, it looks like the bird attended an advanced embroidery workshop. Each stitch is carefully adjusted to ensure the nest is both secure and comfortable for the family to be. Meanwhile, we still struggle to sew a button onto a shirt. But it doesn't stop there. The tailor bird is also extremely strategic. It chooses leaves in hard-to-reach spots, often surrounded by thorny branches, to discourage predators like snakes and lizards. Safety and style, it's the full package. And of course, all of this is a team effort. The bird couple works together, with one building the skeleton of the nest, while the other handles the finishing touches. A true collaborative effort, because creating a family in a high-fashion home takes teamwork. Edible nest swiftlet. This Asian bird has taken the concept of home building to a whole new level. After all, not every nest ends up as a delicacy in Michelin-starred restaurants, right? Let's dive into the details. The edible nest swiftlet doesn't use twigs, leaves, or mud to build its nest like the more basic birds out there. Instead, it creates its entire nest using its own saliva. That's right, the nest is 100% spit, carefully molded into shape. The swiftlet's saliva is a sticky substance that hardens when it dries, forming a sturdy, aerodynamic structure attached to cave walls. It's like a natural protein-based cement, and the bird literally puts its mouth to work. And this isn't just any ordinary spit. The swiftlet's saliva is so special that it makes its nest highly valued in the Asian market, where it's used to prepare the famous bird's nest soup. And before you ask, yes, we're talking about one of the most expensive foods in the world. A single kilogram of these nests can cost thousands of dollars. Now, here's the most impressive part: the effort the swiftlet puts into each nest. It takes about 35 days to complete just one. During this time, the bird works tirelessly through the night, like a nocturnal freelancer, spitting and shaping layer by layer. But of course, it's not all glamour. The high demand for these nests has put the swiftlet in a tough spot, with many nests harvested before the chicks even hatch. In the end, the edible nest swiftlet teaches us two important lessons. First, never underestimate the power of saliva. And second, what might seem like waste to some can be a luxury dish to others. Meanwhile, we remain fascinated by this bird's ability to turn spit into gold, literally. Clay oven bird. If anyone takes DIY seriously, it's this little bird. It doesn't mess around when it comes to building a home. Its nest, famously resembling a small clay oven, is not only a functional work of art, but also a lesson in engineering and planning. It all starts with a mix of clay and plant fibers, which the male and his partner patiently shape. The couple works in perfect harmony, alternating tasks as if they had an impeccable schedule. In about 15 days, they turn regular clay into a true fortress. The result is a nest so durable that it can last for years, even facing sun, rain, and wind. Some say it's sturdier than many human-made structures, and honestly, it's not hard to believe. The nest's design is another point worth applauding. Comprising 2 chambers, one for entry and one for the eggs, it provides thermal protection, security against predators, and a strategically positioned entrance to shield against the wind. It's practically an ecological fortress. And so, my friends, the world of bird nests proves that creativity, effort, and a little DIY can lead to constructions that would make even the best human architects applaud. Well, wings in this case. From clay nests that resemble bunkers to aerial condominiums that defy the laws of gravity, These birds show us that nature is full of brilliant engineers and designers. And all of this without needing a tape measure or a project on AutoCAD. Now, if you enjoyed this journey through the more creative and bizarre side of the animal kingdom, don't forget to subscribe to Instinto Feroz. Here, we bring you incredible stories, fun facts, and a dash of humor to show you that nature is, at the very least, extraordinary. And hey, hit the bell icon, because you won't want to miss the next video. Trust me, there's more great stuff coming your way.